Pop art is an art movement that emerged in the mid 1950s in Britain and in the late 1950s in the United States. Pop art represents a challenge to of traditions of fine art, including imagery from popular culture such as advertising, news, etc. Pop art is now most associated with the work of New York artists of the early 1960s, such as Andy Warhol, Roy Lichtenstein, James Rosquith, and Claes Oldenburg. But artists who draw on popular imagery were part of the international phenomenon in various cities from the mid-1950s onwards. The subject matter became far from traditional high art terms like morality, mythology, and classic history. Rather, pop artists celebrate complex objects and people of every day. In this way, seeking to elevate popular culture to live of fine art. Pop is everything art hasn't been from the last 2 decades. It's basically a U-turn back to a representation visual communication moving at a breakaway speed. Pop is realism in the world. It is the American dream, optimistic, generous, and naive. Andy Warhol. Over the course of his career, Andy Warhol transformed contemporary art, employing mass production techniques and creative works. Warhol challenged preconceived notions about the nature of art and erased traditional distinctions between fine art and popular culture. Now the traditional Andy Warhol's museum permanent collection is comprised of more than 8 million works of art by Warhol, including paintings, drawings, prints, photographs, sculptures, films, videotapes, etc. The Andy Warhol Museum is the most comprehensive single artist museum in the world. One of the quotes that identified Andy Warhol was, "I love it when you ask actors, 'What are you doing now?'" Warhol's life and work inspires creative thinkers worldwide. His impact as an artist is far deeper and greater than his own perspective observation. That everyone will be world famous for 50 minutes. The youngest child of three, Andy was born on Andy Warhol on August 6, 1928, in the working-class neighborhood of Oklahoma. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, stricken at an early age with a rare neurological disorder, the young Andy Warhol found solace and escape in the form of popular celebrity magazines and DC Comics books, imagery he would return to years later.